Hey yo, I don't make these kind of videos, and this certainly isn't gonna be a happy one. Um, let's just dive into it. Get get this over with. For anyone who isn't aware, the Dreadhunger developers have officially announced that Dreadhunger servers will be shutting down on January 1st. Dreadhunger itself will be pulled from the Steam stores on December 1st. So if you want to get it, now's the time to get it. Though I obviously don't recommend spending your doubloons on it anymore. Obviously, the news kind of hit like a truck. It was incredibly unexpected and was also extremely disappointing. The news itself shouldn't have been surprising. It was stated a few months ago that like maybe 3 months ago, that the servers would close when the money ran out. But the impression given at the time was that that would be a ways down the line, not the end of the year. Oh, I am incredibly frustrated with the way Dreadhunger has gone. Um, at least since the last update to the game over a year ago. Rant time. A lot of folks complained with the frequency of updates after Dread's release, but it had been stated before that the game wasn't a live service, that it would get some updates to finish it, and then that would be that. And I was fine with that. Dreadhunger was great. It didn't feel like a game that needed constant updates. I liked what it had, what it offered, and I rolled my eyes at the people who screamed and cried in the Discord about getting their new map or getting a new game mode. Those people called the developers shit, and I pointed, laughed, and ignored them. Dread got its Expanse update in October of last year. And love it or hate it, it was content. It was proof the devs were present and working on the game. This update was one of my favorites, for no other reason than the simple fact that it came out the day before the first Dreadhunger tournament I participated in. That was incredibly funny timing to get stuck with a map. We had no idea what it was. We had a few hours to prep for the map, and then it was tournament time. That was really fun. I love that tournament. Regardless, people complained about it. They whined about it as they always do. About this or that. They called the game shit again. They called the dev shit. I ignored them like usual. It's whatever. Then a couple months later came the news that the Dreadhunger development team had decided to stop working on the game, and were in talks to sell the game rights to Digital Confectors, the group that published the game. Um, that was the state for a little while, and it would be a few months before any other news got released in regards to those talks, leading to everyone, fucking obviously, assuming that they were ongoing. Throughout this process, I held on to the hope that things would shake out for the good. The game would get into the hands of folks who wanted to work on the game, right? Uh, and while doing so, continuing to ignore the whiny children and those with that had constant naysaying about how Dreadhunger was dying. Come to find out, about I want to say 3 months ago, this is maybe 4 to 6 months into those talks about the game license. The news hit that there never really were any of these talks. They happened. They lasted a couple of weeks, and then that was that. That was it. Supposedly, we were never meant to be told that there were talks over buying the license in the first place. And for whatever fucking reason, it never really became a priority for the developers of the game to let anyone know not to be hanging around waiting for news of these talks. For months, the community sat around thinking that something was happening, and nobody important enough ever decided to come down to let anyone know what the state of things were. Oh, shut up, phone. Not until a ridiculous amount of time had passed did word ever get delivered. Constantly throughout my playtime in Dread, I have defended the game's developers because I love their game. Dread's an amazing game. It's literally the best game I've ever played. But quite frankly, at this point, I'm kind of fucking over it. If Dreadhunger has taught me anything, it's that great games can be made by shit developers. The game is amazing. The developers made something incredible, but they never communicated with what was going on with their game to their community, and it honestly feels like the community has been left in the dark intentionally over the months, over the last 2 years of the game's life. It's incredibly frustrating to watch something that I love so much die while feeling like the folks who made it don't give a shit about it, you know? I'm not mad that Dreadhunger is shutting down. I'm upset about it, but I'm not mad about it. Every game dies eventually. That's just the nature of it. It's how shit works. I mean, games don't last forever. I'm just so extremely disappointed with how the developers have handled it. Even before the developers decided to stop working on the game, they never finished it. You know, like, I was always fine with the game being something that they finished and let it be done, but they never really finished it. The game is chock with bugs and exploits still, and they'll never get fixed. You know, they gave up before fixing a lot of shit. Supposedly as well, the developers have already moved on to another game they're working on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll want to play it. But the way they've treated Dreadhunger, I don't want to. No matter how good their next game is, I don't have any faith in them not abandoning it and the community the same way they've done Dreadhunger. Oh well, right. Rant over, I guess. Moving on to the future. The developers are supposed to be leaving us with the ability for folks to host their own private servers for Dreadhunger after the official server shut down, according to the same announcement that said it was shutting down on January 1st and such. What will this look like? I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be every bit as good and serviceable as the servers are currently, but my expectations at this point are shot. I don't have high hopes for it, and I'm expecting once again to be disappointed. What happened with this channel? Well, I only started making videos because I like making Dreadhunger content. I loved the game. I loved making videos with people I like playing the game with. Well, I really enjoy making content for other games. I recorded a few Dead by Daylight videos, of course, I posted those, but I just got tired of uploading them. They weren't interesting, they weren't fun to make. Effectively, effectively, I only really play Dreadhunger with the same folks anyway. So assuming the private server hosting is feasible, nothing would really change. I will continue to make videos as much as I play, just like I'm doing now, you know. I play the game with my buds, make videos, and upload them. That's what I do now. If private servers allow for the same thing, that's what I'll continue to do. Until everyone gets tired of playing, I guess. Which was always the joke. You know, that's what we always said. Eventually we'd just get tired of Dreadhunger, and that would be the end. But hopefully private servers allow us to keep that going as long as we want. If private servers aren't feasible, aren't good, then and the game becomes unplayable, then that'll be that. There probably won't be much else in the way of videos. Sorry, but that's just how it'll be. So we're hoping for the best, of course, but who knows? Oh. Today is Thanksgiving here in America, at least if I've timed this video's release properly. If that's something you celebrate, cool. Regardless, I'm going to go into this next bit anyway. I want to say how thankful I am for what Dreadhunger has given me, regardless of my feelings on how it's ending. Honestly, the friends I have made through this game, I won't even try to name them all, it'll take ages, but y'all know who you are. They mean more to me than anything. I love all of you, no matter what game we're playing. And thank you, viewer of this video. Thank you for watching and enjoying this goofy-ass content. It has been incredibly fun making it. This won't be the last video. We've got a little more than a month to enjoy the game before we get to into the unknown, and then, well, after that, we'll just have to see. Regardless, there's one more funnies video I gotta make before it's all over, so that'll be on its way soon enough. And actually, now that I think about it, the possibly last Dreadhunger tournament is in a couple weeks. I assume I'm in it, but you know, maybe not. I might not get a spot. So that'll definitely get its own funnies video too, you know. Oh well, we'll just see how it all goes, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.